Hello, this is G. Ramesh Kalyan, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SNS College of Technology. The course name is 19CST 302 Neural Networks and Deep Learning, and the topic is Basics of Neural Networks. So, as we saw, the neural network is composed of neurons in it. So, this neural network is inspired from the working of the human brain. So, as human brains have many neurons inbuilt in it and interconnected within it, similarly, the neural network uses multiple artificial neurons in it, and these artificial neurons can be called as a node. So, it has interconnected nodes in it. So we'll see what is a neuron is. So in human brain cells called neurons form a complex and highly interconnected network and send electrical signals to each other to help humans process information. Similarly, an artificial neural network is made up of artificial neurons that work together to solve a complex problem. So mainly these artificial neural networks are being used for solving complex problems. So the neuron is the basic working unit of the brain, a specialized cell designed to transmit information to other nerve cells, muscles or gland cells. So these neurons are cells within the nervous system that transmit information to other nerve cells, muscle or gland cells. So this is the structure of the biological neuron. So human brains has billions of neurons in it. So these neurons are interconnected nerve cells, the human brain that are involved in processing and transmitting chemical and electrical signals. So, these neurons also called as cells in the brain is interconnected nerve cells. So these are responsible for processing the signals like electrical and chemical signals. So this is mainly used in this is the main process that human beings could help in the perception process. And this is the structure. We could see a neuron, biological neuron having dendrites in it, and gets an input and processes through various fields like dendrites, nucleus, cell nucleus, and myelin sheath, and axon terminals, and finally the output is processed with it. So this is a diagram of an biological neuron. Next one is artificial neuron. So as I said, the neural network is mainly inspired from the working of the human brain that composed of interconnected biological neurons. So similarly, we have artificial interconnected and we have interconnected artificial neurons in this network, in the neural network. So we could see in the diagram the IN represents the input, so 1 to N. So we could have N number of inputs. OUT represents the output. So even though there are many inputs that passes through the hidden layers, and finally we have one output that finally we have just one output. So an artificial neuron is a mathematical function based on a model of biological neurons where each neuron takes inputs, weights them separately, sums them up, and passes the sum through a non-linear function to produce the output. So this is an artificial neuron interconnected. So these artificial neurons are interconnected in the neural network to solve the complex problems. So next one is the types of neurons. So there are three types of neurons mainly. The first one is sensory neurons, second one is motor neurons, and third one is interneurons. So the sensory neurons is responsible for transmitting information to enable our senses. The next one is the motor neuron. So this is responsible for transmitting information to all our muscles. And next one is interneuron. So this is responsible for initiating the transmission between the motor and sensory neurons. In the structural classification of neurons, unipolar, bipolar and multipolar neurons. So the functions of neurons. Finally, what are the functions of neurons? So it receives signals, transmits signals throughout the body. So initially it gets something like an input and output. So we get an input, the system processes it and gives the output back. Similarly, it receives the signals and transmits the signals throughout the body. This is perceptron. So perceptron was introduced by Frank Rosenfeld in 1957. So he proposed a new perceptron training tool based on artificial MCP neuron. So this is a kind of used in neural network. So this perceptron is an algorithm for supervised learning of binary classifiers. Thank you.